Today, from Seattle, Washington, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Geno. Going right back to Fant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Geno now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Smith throwing again. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Second down, here's Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Charbonnet is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think that everyone is looking forward to seeing Drew Lock take the next step in the quarterback evolutionary process. Decision-making is something that he's working on improving because he's got plenty of arm and makes excellent off-platform throws. What he's seeking now, to be consistent in all of his processes.
They fake the handoff, now Lock. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Lock off of play action. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back deep is Jalen Darden. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Now Geno on 1st down. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it, taking it right down Broadway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
On 1st down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And able to work his way down to the 16. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a 33-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run here with a rookie. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, it's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gano for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll get that to Charbonnet. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Block going to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Block now on first down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Zach Charbonnet and his teammates back to the field for another drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Charbonnet. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw, Smith. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And now out come the Giants. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They look to throw. It's Locke. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Locke now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Locke. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the give, it's Tracy. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, here's Smith. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now run by Charbonnet. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a one-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too, in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too, as we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Locke. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, Locke. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and 4. Throwing now is Locke. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That one taken in by Neighbors. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks' 19-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Locke again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Well, this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. On the ground, here comes Tracy. He juked him, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Tracy. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. Here's Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Third and 8. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Tracy trying the right side. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw it is Locke. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Tracy. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And defensively, Cordell Flott got him down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Charbonnet once again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Lockett in motion right. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A run now with Charbonnet. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Smith. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Steps away to his left. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 41 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Block now to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Block working out of the gun. He finds Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the run is Tracy. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 33. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Third down, here's Tracy. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions, 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Locke. Touchdown, Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Smith now to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look,
As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Give them 18 on the play.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 9. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Right back to Tracy. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And Brian Dable, with his background on offense, he's got a call ready, and they are going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That time a 6-play drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Geno and the Seahawks down by 11, 56 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Smith to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.